If you have ever gone fishing on the ice, you know that the main challenge is that you can't see if there are fish around. Cold temperatures often decrease fish activity. Thus, you must present the lure or bait in such a way that it will be irresistible for fish. However, it is quite hard to do it since you can't see what will trigger a reaction, unless you have an ice fishing fish flasher, of course. These devices will increase your catch rate not only because you can see whether or not there are any fish around, but because you can see what triggers them. Starting number 1, Humminbird ICE45. The Humminbird name is legendary in the ice fishing community. The brand is responsible for making some of the best ice fish finders in the market. However, they are not cheap at all. To solve this, the company made several different models of the ICE finder, each one with various features to fit different budgets. Here we will talk a little about the ICE45 flasher. It has a backlit LCD screen, which can be seen easily in low-light environments. The display shows the depth readings. Unlike the ICE35 version, here, you have to read the depth in the analog dial. Around the display, you have the classic red/yellow/green lights which show the bottom, underwater structure, fish, and lure proximity. Don't worry if you don't know how to read them. We will show you how at the end of this review. The flasher has two operational modes, manual and automatic. The first one has 4 depth markings, while the latter has 7. We recommend using the finder in automatic, especially if this is your first time using it. The ICE45 will automatically set the depth scale, so you don't need to worry about it. At number 2, Markum LX7 Ice Fishing Sonar. Let's begin with the main drawback, the price. But you will get one hell of an ice fish finder if you are willing to pay for it. The Markum LX7 has an impressive 8-inch LCD screen with an 800 by 600 pixel resolution. One of the great things about this ice fish finder is that it has 4 different color palettes. Thus, up to 4 anglers can use it at the same time. Just choose your color, and the Markum LX7 will create a profile with your settings. The display shows what is below the ice, as well as the traditional depth lecture. But this is not its only functionality. You can use the buttons to display the gain, adjust your target, see the battery voltage, view the water column, and check for interference. The last one is quite important since you can use it to prevent interference with other non-Markum ice fish finders, just like the Humminbird we've reviewed before. At number 3, Vexilar's GP1812. At first sight, the Vexilar GP1812 FL18 looks like an ancient machine. But looks are deceiving indeed. Yes, it has a vintage look, but this is quite a sophisticated ice fish finder. The main drawback is that it isn't user-friendly. You must first learn how to use a 3-color ice fish flasher before making any purchase. Apart from that fact, this is an amazing machine. It has 6 depth ranges, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, and 120 feet. As you might have guessed, you must manually swap them. The unit comes with the ice dewchair, which is the transducer. It yields accurate readings. You can easily see them thanks to the 3-color LED display. The panel has 3 knobs, one for the range, another for the mode, and the last one for gain. You can manually set them to your liking. The Vexilar GP1812 comes with a rechargeable 12 volts battery, which can easily last the entire day. At number 4, Garmin Striker Plus 5. The Garmin name equals quality. And this is no exception. The Garmin Striker Plus 5 is an amazing evolution from the Striker 4. So, since Striker 4 is such a fantastic device, we expect the same and more. The good news is that Striker 5 is a super ice fishing fish flasher. The Striker 5 comes with a protective bag, which shields the unit from the element. On top of that, this ice fishing fish flasher has IPX7 water protection. Thus, no need to worry about water splashes. The screen is another remarkable feature. It has a WVGA colored 5 inches with an 800x 400 pixel resolution. The big display is more than enough to show all the information without overlaps or missed details. Like many other Garmin flashers, this one comes with an inbuilt GPS. You can take advantage of it to store your waypoints, location, and routes. Plus, the Quick Draw software gives a clear mapping of the area. The Garmin Striker 5 has 2 operating modes, flasher and a regular fish finder. The first mode shows a lot of information like the bottom composition, fish size and depth, and your lure. Each one has a different and unique color, thanks to the broad color palette. The second operating mode has a lot of features that will come in handy when deciding where to poke the hole. For instance, you have an inbuilt software that will help you to identify fish. Plus, Ultra Scroll technology increases the refresh rate, so you don't miss anything. And, if that is not enough, the device sets the gain by itself, giving you clear pictures. As expected, the Striker 5 uses the state-of-the-art chirp sonar to scan the waters. The dual-frequency beam accurately displays even the tiniest fish or debris, leaving nothing to the imagination. At number 5, Markum M-series flashers. 3 different models comprise the Markum M-series: the M1, M3, and M5. Here we will talk about the M1, which is the basic model of the series. The main downside of all the models is that you must read the depth from the analog dial. It is not a deal breaker, of course. But digital displays make our life easier. You can change the range by rotating a knob in the lower right corner. You can choose between 20, 40, 80, and 160 feet, which is more than enough for the average angler. Similarly, you can adjust the gain using a knob in the upper right corner. All models in this series have a 3-color dial: red, green, and yellow. But, the M1 shows all targets with at least 2 inches of separation, whereas both the M3 and the M5 come down to 1 inch. The Markum M1 also comes with a zoom button. It enables a split-screen mode, which shows, with a higher sense of detail, what is happening along the water column. Like all Markum ice fishing fish flashers, the M1 comes with a patented interference rejection system. Keep in mind, though, that it won't work in the presence of other Markum devices. At number 6, Humminbird Ice Helix 7 Chirp. Humminbird makes some of the best flashers available. The Helix 7 is standing proof of that fact. It has a 7-inch display. But you can also purchase it with a smaller, 5-inch screen. The 800 by 400 pixel resolution and LED backlighting keep the screen clear and visible at all times. Reading the flasher is easy and quick, thanks to this amazing digital display. Like the Garmin Striker Plus 5, the Humminbird Helix 7 brings the best of 2 worlds. It has the classic 2D sonar mode and the flasher. The latter is better for vertical jigging and ice fishing. And you also get 2 different flasher modes, flush and A-scope. Each one has its advantages and disadvantages. Here you have a video that talks about how to use each flasher style. But having the option to use a fish finder could come in handy during your trips. Plus, it allows you to use the same device throughout the entire year. The Helix series comes with an inbuilt GPS. The pre-installed mapping software provides information like depth and structure. This feature comes in handy when deciding where to poke a hole in the ice. And you can take advantage of the split-screen mode if you wish to see several readings at the same time. The dual chirp sonar yields extraordinary details about the underwater layout. Check this video if you wish to know more about the Helix 7.